3 groups done. 1 group remains. It is Group D. And let's take a look at the teams participating in Group D and what they have to do to move on to the next round. We have Damien, Flash, Misty, and Chobin. Damien, with 2 wins, is already certain of having made it through to the next round. Misty, unfortunately for her, with 2 losses, already certain to be out, but they'll both still be giving their all this round, this final round, to show what they can do. Misty to not lose 3 times in a row, and Damien to ensure the win in the group, but also to show their power. And it would be nice for them to get 9 points by the end of it. The real exciting thing, what is proper exciting, is Flash and Chobin, who are both a 1 win and will be facing each other for that second spot. So just like in Group C, where we had Matt versus GameScorp to decide the second person to make it through, it literally Flash v Chobin. Here it is already Damien, who's already certain to be through, and Flash or Chobin will be joining Damien. I'm gonna actually find out who that is right now, because their match is up next. Crowd on boy Chobin versus Major Trainer Flash. Twitch chat, who are your bets on? Say, do you allow co-hosts for future tournaments? Also, now I'm limited and end up in 10th place. I can help with checking moves' abilities. I can remember the moves used. Yeah, that would be appreciated. You've done that already so far, so that would be nice. Co-hosts in terms of like commentary, or people whose streams we do it on, because I do want to keep it exclusively to my stream. But potentially other commentators, that would be interesting. You like co-commentators would have the 2-3 second delay though, because they won't be able to watch it live unless we have some special setup for that, where I also screen share with them on, let's say, Discord while live streaming. So that is a potential, but I'm not sure how well that will work. But I guess I'll think about it. It's not necessarily looking, it's not necessarily something I'm looking for, but it's possible. Right, let's start the timer at the right time. Let's go. Flash is here. He says, I believe in my friends, and most of all, I believe in my ultimate luck. Yeah, because the first time I ever hosted a Metronome tournament in my Pokemon tournament server, it was an Arceus Metronome tournament, and Flash won that. They've been close to winning tournaments, other tournaments. They're a very skilled competitive battler, but the only tournament they've actually won was Metronome. Alright, let's see. Who do you think will win the match? Akko thinks Chobin. Who else thinks Chobin? Who thinks Flash? Your think and your hope are allowed to be different. Rain Dance start off, and then Absorb from Mr. Mime. Ooh, Lord of the Fishes says they think Flash will win. Well, they both have about equal teams, I think, in terms of strengths. And weaknesses in terms of base stat totals. Roar of Time for Feraligatr to start us off. And Mr. Mime is not a fairy type here yet, so Roar of Time hurts. Sorry, Flash. Decent damage from Feraligatr. But Mr. Mime didn't take as much damage as I thought it would, because I think that's also because Feraligator's physical attack's better than its special. I think it was like just over 80. Scorpio, considering you you said you were okay with looking at some things, could you look up for me the base attack and special attack of Feraligatr, please? Like, using Small Gun is probably the fastest way, but the base attack and special attack of Feraligatr. Like, I could do it too, just quickly between turns, but if someone else is willing to do it, then that'd be nice. Flash is better base stats than his team, but likely they take the W here. Okay. So far only Aqua for Chobin. Speed boost from Ninja, so they'll be going first. A lot of damage on Mr. Mime, not that much damage, but decent damage on Ninjask. Bit on Umbreon, nothing yet on Feraligatr. Or was it on Feraligatr, but not on Umbreon? No. Umbreon has taken a bit of damage. Woodhammer, that's a big hit. I know attack is high, but I think it's like 107 or something v 284. Somewhere in the 100 and something in the 80. Icy Wind, bit of damage and lowers their speed. Which doesn't matter too much considering Ninjask and Mr. Mime are already going first. Or a sphere, let's see, Feraligatr stats, attack of 105, special attack only 79. Okay, thanks for looking that up. Here comes Leaf Blade, but that's 4 times resisted, so that's not much. Too bad I discovered this journey too late. I would offer Clefable. Hello, El Pedicito, welcome. Yeah, but like I think you discovered it after we'd already begun, or at least after the registrations had closed. But I do think it's very likely that I will host another tournament like this. Possibly not immediately after this tournament ends. But I could already start taking registrations once I've decided on the full rules and how I want to do, how I want to run the next tournament, like some changes in rules, because I do now want to change the rules and how it's run a little bit. But then I could open registrations already. But I think I'd also prefer to have all the Tournament 1 matches, to have them on YouTube before Tournament 2 starts, so that I'm not super behind in those videos. So on days that I don't live stream these matches, I think I will be uploading one, or probably at least 2 per day. 2 matches per day. Maybe I can like edit them and then edit them like well ahead of time. Let's say one goes live 3 p.m. my afternoon, which is Central Europe time, and then one at, let's say, 9 p.m. So people can watch them then as YouTube premiere as well, because I like to have these as YouTube premieres so we can chat when they go live. But only on days where I don't stream, or at least during times I don't stream. And that way I can still edit and upload other videos, because I do want to keep things going. In terms of, I don't want to fall behind too much on these tournaments, but I also don't want to not upload other things. So there's other things I also want to upload. Like I also want to do, I guess not that many actually. There's some Battle Revolution videos that I do want to make and upload. But with this tournament going on, not that much, but I do want to finish Masters Battle at least. I think I have 3 more sets to do, set 6, 7, 8. Who used Dragon Dance? I totally remember seeing Dragon Dance, but I don't remember who did it. At all. Because I was explaining things. Was it for Alligator? Ninja's down. Not 6-5, Scorp, you missed that Mr. Mime also went down, yeah. 6-4. And Dragon is asleep. Not looking good for Chobin. No, Flash, I like you a lot. Ninja's got the dragon. It's okay. Yeah, that was useless then because it was dead. Flash, I like you a lot, and yeah, go Chobin. Chobin is Dr. Kaminko's #1 assistant. Chobin is also Dr. Kaminko's only assistant, therefore making him the Dr. Kaminko's #1 assistant. Does someone get the reference yet? Thunder Punch doesn't work on grounds. We've had it doesn't work in grounds. We've had not a normals, ghost, steals. Is there another type with an immunity? Normal, ghost, ground. Oh, flying. There probably has been a ground move on a flying. On a or on a levitator. Yeah. Correct XD Yellow Darkness. Chobin isn't that. And Chobin's entire team is actually based on Chobin's team in the post-game Ore Coliseum. Ore Coliseum is a very big challenge of Coliseum battles in Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness. And Chobin is one of the bosses in that Coliseum and actually uses this exact team. The order in the team isn't exact, but I'm pretty sure he always sends out Mr. Mime and Ninjask first due to a strategy of Fake Out on Mr. Mime and then Swords Dance and Baton Pass on Ninjask. So Ninjask and Mr. Mime are always the first two that were sent out. So based on the order that he has them in his battle pass in that game, I just swapped Scizor and Ninjask place. So that's, I think, his first and sixth swap places. Yeah, Baton Pass strategy, which is very strong, but at the same time it's also his weakness. Take out Ninjask before Baton Passing and he's a lot weaker. Also, Mr. Mime doesn't have that many offensive moves. I think it has only one, like Shadow Ball or something. It has mostly support moves. Spite of Marowak. Sweet you with Metronome. Chobin not looking too good. Come on, Chobin. We've seen... We haven't even seen a 1-0 victory. We've seen 2-0s, we've seen a 3-0, we've seen 3 4-0 victories. Are we going to see another huge victory here again? The last 1-0 victory was GameScore v Claudia back in round 2. That was the 4th match of round 2. I'm not saying everything should be a 1-0 victory, but 3 and 4-0s are big. There were 4 1-0 victories in round 1. 2 in round 2, but there was also a tie. The touch enemy is normal, ghost, dark, flying, and steel. Oh yeah, dark as well. We've definitely seen, I think it was round 1, there was a Crystal Coliseum, Garrett v GameScore, was a move on Spiritomb. Like Psycho Boost or something like that on their Spiritomb, I remember that. So I'm only not certain on flying attempted to be hit by ground anymore. But the rest we've definitely seen. Ooh, rest! Very good from Flash's Umbreon. Here comes that Flash Luck. It's not Alka-Luck, but then again, Alka-Luck only really applies when it's not Metronome. Because I don't think I've won a Metronome tournament. Actually, I'm gonna check that to be sure. Who won the second tournament? Let's check the Hall of Fame. No, it was Actually, it was Darren that won the Metronome tournament. Wait, if Flash gets second in this group, which is pretty likely if they win this match, and Darren having won Group C, then the 2 winners of the 2 Metronome tournaments I've ever hosted, the Arceus Metronome tournament, Flash, and then my 16th tournament, the Standard Metronome tournament, which Darren won, the 2 Metronome tournament winners are going to go against each other in the quarterfinals. You're lagging very hard, in which case I do suggest refreshing the stream. That might be good, but 9 viewers for a moment, yeah. These streams have had good viewers and also good interaction. Quite a lot of people chatting, participants and non-participants. Hey, Darren, that's the only one you've ever won as well. Yeah, Flash and you only ever having won a Metronome tournament. But that's still a tournament win, which gives you the youngster Joey role in the server. Now, I did say this is not an official tournament in terms of the Pokemon tournament server. Because there's quite a few people that aren't in the tournament server. I think about half of the participants are in that server. The few people either not in that server or just people I know in real life that are participating here as well. But I will put the top 3 in the Hall of Fame in the server, but as an unofficial one. Like I'll put like the PBR Metronome tournament and between brackets unofficial. or whatever. The unofficial sounds bad, but I think you get what I'm going for. Right, first takeouts on the side of Flash. 5-4. Here comes Lopunny. Flash's Gator couldn't belly him, just a low HP. Now speaking of low HP, that's not on Umbreon. Umbreon has HP thanks to rest. Psywave. I was gonna say it doesn't work on Darks, but I don't think there's Darks on the other side. It just missed. It's already an unreliable move with its damage output, and then it also could miss. That's sad. Let's see if Marowak can actually do something this turn. Deal damage. Head Smash! Did I give it Rock Head as the ability? I did! So no recoil. Does get infatuated to Lopunny though. Yeah, it's either Rock Head or Lightning Rod. Yeah, but Lightning Rod does also bring in the moves from your partner in this game. And I want to go against it. That's why, if one of the rental passes in this game, the Gen 1 rental pass has a Rhyhorn and a Dragonair, Rhyhorn with Lightning Rod and a Dragonair with Shockwave. If you use them together in a double battle, they don't work well together, because the Shockwave used by Dragonair will hit the Rhyhorn. Sure, Rhyhorn's immune to it, but then Dragonair just can't use Shockwave. See if that ever changes. Yeah, it looks like it always brings in from the partner. So that's not very nice. Yeah, I think that's why I chose Rockhead over Lightning Rod, because Lightning Rod is nice also because Marowak is just immune to electrics. It can save its partner from some electric hits that way. But it would also mean that its partner's electric moves would basically do nothing unless it's discharge. So that's why I went with Rockhead. Less likely to come into play, but I didn't want the partner's moves to not work.
Its attack missed.
Marowak's in love with Lopunny. Well, Lopunny does lead Team Charm. Lopunny is a very charming Pokemon. Other members of Team Charm aren't here though. Here comes attack order. Critical hits. Marowak does have high defenses though, so no KO. Like, I love you. Poof.
Its accuracy fell.
9 viewers looking good. Hello everyone. I really appreciate y'all being here. Enjoying the stream. Blizzard misses the Dragon, which would have been huge, but does take out the Marowak. That was a really good move to call for Umbreon. Looking good for Team Chobin. One of the theme teams that I was looking forward to that would make it to the next round was Vangrance. Unfortunately, they moved on to the next round at my expense. But one of the two theme teams I really liked at least did make it through to the quarterfinals. It's not looking good for the other one, because the other one's Chobin. Chobin's actually my favorite. I really want Chobin to do well. The Flash is making sure that Chobin doesn't do too well. Chobin and Flash have both beaten Misty. Both lost to Damien. Who goes through with Damien to the next round? And who might even win the group? Like, if Misty beats Damien, then the score is big enough. The winner of this match might win the group. Normal effective, but it's stab. And powerful enough to get the takeout. Lopunny's down. Umbreon still on the field. Stealth Rock. What's the remaining Pokemon? It's Scizor, so that's 1/8 of the health. Indeed, 4-3 lead for Flash with a really badly damaged and poisoned Dragonite. Chobin needs some good moves, and they need it now. But you never know, Scorp. There might still be a rest, so let's not be too early. Gravity. All moves are more likely to hit. Also, flying types are grounded, levitators are grounded, magnet rises are grounded. Anything that makes you fly doesn't work. Dragonite would have gone down anyway. It's taken up at Porygon Z. At least Dragonite won't get a turn of Metronome. Right here. Does Umbreon do something to Kangaskhan? Nope, it just heals itself again. It's not much, but still it heals. And actually with a move that fits it very well. Evolving in the night using Moonlight. See the exact details on Gravity. Gravity. Accuracy stat multiplied by 5/3. Which basically means add 66 2/3%.
The crowd is holding their breath in anticipation of the trainer's next move.
Times 1.67 multiplier, approximately, like rounded off, to all move accuracy. So things like Fire Blast or even Fissure are more likely to hit. Acupressure, let's see what's actually it can be used on Kangaskhan as well. Random stat goes up by 2, social defense. Stall Umbreon, that's what it's good at. Cross Whistle, 55% accurate and doesn't work. Even in Gravity. Metronome from Scizor, its first move is Trump Card. It isn't very big. I do wonder if there's low, like under 5 power points for Metronome remaining when Trump Card is called. Does Trump Card increase in power? Or is Trump Card always weak when it's called by another move? Because it's not Trump Card's power point that are low. Power Trick, attack and defense are swapped. Kangaskhan with Fury Cutter. The most common attacking types are normal and fighting, and normal especially. So that's why, especially in round 1, we're in the match with multiple ghosts on the team. Like, there's a team with 3 ghosts. We saw a lot of, that doesn't hit ghosts. So that's how the typing, ghosts with 2 full resistances, and then Gengar with a 3rd through Levitate. In this generation, can be really good just to fully resist moves. Or steals with, is it 11 resistances in this game? Can be very useful. I checked the details on Trump Card. If it's called by another move like Assist or Metronome, it uses the power points of that move, of Metronome in this case, to calculate damage. So at 4 or more power points remaining, no, it's power points after use. So it's only 40 power, and it's only real power comes on the final turn. It's 40, 50, 60, 80 power, and then 200 if you use it on the final power point. Ooh, wait. No, when did the Leopard Berry get eaten? Was that when I was talking a lot and it was like flung or made not usable? Does someone remember when was this and what happened? Because I don't. Umbreon was on the field for the longest. Yes. The move or was it disable? No, it said 0 power points. Oh, Bug Bite! That will be why. That's why it's at low health as well. Sorry that, sometimes when I explain a lot, I'm not paying as much attention as I feel like I should. Maybe it happened right as I found the info on Trump card as well. So then I was paying attention to that page. That's a disadvantage about me looking things up. It's either wait a bit longer in between turns, which I don't want, or I might miss something important like that. But I also don't want to. I also sometimes want information, so it's trying to find a bit of a balance. Aurora Beam.
A gang attack. Porygon Z barely holds on.
Struggle from Shuichi. Critical hit. Even with struggle that can happen, but the recoil takes out Umbreon.
The Pokemon that just used the move went down.
I'm hoping that this and the next match won't take too long. I'm hoping for some quick matches, because in 40 minutes, there's a YouTube video of mine going live. One of the tournament matches from round 1, and I'd like to watch it all together with you guys. As a YouTube premiere.
Well, both corners still have a chance to win this. Who's going to take
Yeah,
the
it isn't a 3-2, and Chiaki is at really low health. Kangaskhan and Scissor are both at half, that is true, but Chobin is not out of this. I say as maybe Kangaskhan is going down right here.
Oh, like it.
Not quite, but a flinch can still happen. Karate Chop, that's down.
Rushing blow.
2-2 score. Tied in terms of remaining Pokemon, but the health advantage is still on Flash. Gmail with Metro. If this is Explosion Parasong now, Imprison. Megahorn takes out Kangaskhan, so from 2-2 to 2-1, it's a 2v1 scenario for Flash with a half HP Scissor, the opponent. Chobin needs to trust the Scissors to do really well, and that Sing missing doesn't work. Final 2 Pokemon and Flash aside, Luxray and Typhlosion. We've seen a 2v1 scenario before, and we've seen a tie in a 2v1 scenario before. And I don't think actually that I mentioned who would make it through to the next stage of the tournament if there's a tie. I mentioned that for Group B and C before the match happened. I don't think I mentioned it here, so I'm not going to in case it happens. Because actually that would build suspense. I really shouldn't mention it. I'll mention it after this match, whether it becomes a tie or not. Who has tiebreaker advantage?
But this is not a favorable matchup.
Luxray stockpile, increasing defenses can be useful. Defense and special defense increase. Scissor just needs to hit really hard. What's it going to do? Dark Void could be real nice here. Imprison, but then again, Imprison, it'll probably go down before Luxray and Typhlosion are both down to struggle. So Imprison might not be good. I think Scissor just wants to heal. And then have luck from there. Moonlight, Rest, moves like that. Moonlight probably better, considering then I can still attack afterwards. Parasong to force a tie. But Chobin knows if they're in the lead or not, in terms of the tiebreaker. Actually, the character doesn't, so. Actually, the player doesn't either, because it didn't say it. Aqua Tail, crit kill! We're done!
It couldn't survive the second hit and goes down.
Chobin's out.
It's an absolute
Drifblim, yeah, Drifblim looks like a good one. 3 immunities and Aftermath. Very true, so that could be a good selection for another tournament. Right, we have a 26-30 for this match. And with that, Flash, you move on to the next stage. But the question is, are you first or second in the group? That will be decided in this next match. One final match in the group stage of the Metronome tournament. And Flash will win the group if Misty wins with 2-0 or more. If Misty wins with 1-0 remaining, or if Damien wins the group.